Hey guys, Tyler from Dynamite Design Lab here. Here we have the Petkit Pura X, not the Pura Max, but the X version. And I designed both litter guards and fine mesh filters for this machine. Coincidentally enough, the mesh filter for the Pura Max also fits the Pura X. So they've used the same screen pretty much. There's a little bit more of a tighter fit for the mesh screens on the X, but it still works. Both of these are available on my Etsy store. If you're looking for the video for the litter guards, there's a separate video for that, and this is going to be the video that goes over the installation of the mesh screens for you. So let's get to it. You'll get two pieces for the mesh screen, a left and a right. They'll probably come assembled or packaged like this. I usually try to do my best at packaging these. And what you need to do is inside the actual litter box here is your screen. What I like to do is I like to just grab the middle here, bend it out, and it should pop out. There's two tabs on the inside. Let's see if I can get a better angle of it in there for you guys. There you go. So you can kind of see little camera mounts. There you go. So you can kind of see way back here. A little hard to tell, but maybe I'll circle it on the video, but actually I'll just do this. Right there, there's one of the prongs that come out. The other prong is over here on the inside, and it fits. They go into the holes here, and that's kind of important because as you know, to take it out, you bend this down. And so I'm going to back out now so that way I can show you how to install this mesh screen. There we go. Sorry about that. To get it out, you'll have to bend the actual guard down so that way the prongs slide out from here. So anyways, how to install the screens. They're just like the Pura Max ones. There's a video for that as well. What you do is you flip it upside down or flip it backwards. So this would be the back side that doesn't get in contact with the litter. And you take, I'm going to start with what's basically I call the right side because it's on the right side of installation here. And you line up these raised, I don't even know what shape you want to call them, but triangular hexagons. You line these up with the second at the top here, second hexagon, and the second one here, and then it'll line up over here. And what you do is you'll push down. And you can kind of see on this one, see how it's raised. It doesn't look like it's gonna fit. Push down on the raised part and then slide it on, it's gonna fit. Same thing with this guy, he looks a little off center. Trust me, just push down on the side that looks off centered so that way it snaps it into place. And then the last but not least, I'm gonna slide this down and like that, and perfect. And now we've got one screen on, one screen off. So then we're going to do the same thing for the left side. We're going to go two in, snap that on, snap that on. This part might get a little tricky because they're going to fight each other for space down here, but should snap right on and snap right on. And there you go. Now you've got a fine mesh screen adapter for your Pura X. This will specifically be just for your very fine sand, clay, clumping type base litters, or pretty litter, silica gel or silica beads or whatever you want to call those, silica crystals. If you're using any kind of like tofu litter or newspaper, wood or walnuts, or I don't know what else is all out there. World's best cat litter is corn based. You know, those that may work okay with this. It's a little bit of a thicker grain. You may have some issues. I know some people have bought these before. They've tested it out, and instead of just filtering out the clumps and the smaller clumps, it takes the whole thing of litter out and it dumps it all the way in the waste bed. I can't design for every litter out there, every type of litter out there. I mean, there's dozens of those, and I'd be stuck all day on a computer trying to find a mesh screen that matches each. So I use Arm & Hammer slide, clump and seal slide. It filters through this no problem because it's that sandy type, small grain, clay-based litter. I would like to believe that the crystal litter or silica crystal type litter will also work. So yeah, if you're looking for a more coarse mesh, I do make another coarse mesh size that hopefully will work for those type of litters, those larger litters, but I haven't sold too many of those to get enough feedback yet on their success or not. So anyways, to install this, if I stop hitting my phone, you'll go ahead and you'll put it back on the one prong in the back there. You'll bend again as always to get to the other prong here. I'm going to hit my phone again, I know it. It's okay, you're not going to break it if you have to bend it. I have to line it up, there it is. And then there you go, there's your fine mesh filter adapter for the Pura X. So once again, and then if you're doing the deep clean and you have that piece of plastic that they send you sometimes for emptying out the whole bin, I don't know if the Pura X has it, but I know the Pura Max does. You'll have to take these off to do that. I have had a couple requests for someone for me to make a solid one of these mesh screens because they have lost their little plastic piece that goes on their plastic cover that filters out everything. So I probably will make a solid version of that real quick and post that for up on my Etsy website. But again, this is a fine mesh screen installation for the Pura X, and coincidentally the Pura X and Pura Max use the exact same mesh screen. However, for simplicity's sakes, I'm going to have two separate listings for each box, just so that way people don't get confused which one they're buying. That way they know for sure. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to me through my Etsy store. But this is available on my Etsy store. Just search Dynamite Design Lab in Etsy, or search Pura X Litter Guard or Pura X Fine Mesh Screen. And then as always, it's also on my personal website, dynamitedesignlab.com. That's my Shopify store as well. Both the litter guards and the mesh screens will be available to purchase on both sites. Until next time with different mods, hope you guys take care, and we'll talk soon. Oh, and I probably should have showed you guys how to take these off, because, you know, that might be a little handy. So for taking them off the mesh screen, you'll push against the solid plastic piece and then pull on the purple mesh screen, or whatever color you guys have on your box. Mine's purple here. Just gently pull on it, and then they pop right off just like that. You'll hear some snapping as they come out. That's just completely normal, just like when you install them, they snap back in. So then there you go, now you've got your regular mesh screen back that you can install. Thanks for sticking around, and see you guys later.